So welcome to performance testing with JMeter Code to advanced level with BeanShell and JSR 223 use cases and real-time project application scripting and JMeter Pro certification. Okay, so these are all about the course, right? And these all topics and what we say the key points about this course, right? So today will be demo day 1, where we will be discussing about the course a little bit on what is performance testing, what is JMeter, right? What the other thing I'll be covering. So that's what if I go to next to that slide. So today agenda will be like introduction to performance testing JMeter, and we'll see what we'll learn. I'll discuss about myself, what will be the benefits of this course we can enroll, right? Key highlights of this course and contents, application used for practice, right? Course date and timing, and then we will take your inputs and queries, right? So to start with, we'll start from the introduction to performance testing and JMeter. So see, in software IT industry, right, there are two things are there. One is software development, okay, and then same we have software testing. The software that is developed, the application that is developed, we have to test that. So that is software testing, right? Now, software development has that is what phases, that is what it's called, software development life cycles are there. Okay, same way software testing is there, and then software testing life cycles are there. In software testing also there are two types of software testing. One is functional and another one is non-functional, right? So in next slide we'll talk about this, right? What is functional and non-functional. So see, and then here we'll come to know what is performance testing and JMeter, right? So types of software testing. So we have functional testing and we have non-functional testing, correct? Now, what is functional testing? So the manual testing that you must have heard, the functionality testing, testing the application from the point of its functionality, that is called as functional testing. Okay, and functional testing is done using manual way and then using automation. You people must have heard of automations, right? Manual testing and automation testing. Actually, they are what? Automation testing and manual testing are what? They are ways. Okay, they are ways to do functional testing. Then same way we have non-functional testing. In non-functional testing, what comes is performance testing and security testing. Okay, security testing is totally different domain. You must have heard of security. Now every day we are talking security, right? Our phone should not be hacked, our mobile banking system should not be hacked. That is what security, right? So it's that is also a part of testing only. It's a complete different field. Okay, so okay, right? So you see, so performance testing and security testing. So our course is this performance testing. Now what is performance testing? It's a type of non-functional testing. So you got the idea, right? What is performance testing? Now we'll discuss in more detail. So see, when suppose there is a car, right? And we are suppose we are developing a new car, right? A company is developing a new car. So once that is done, developed, one model is developed, it will be used for testing. So there will be two types of testing. One will be functional testing, where it's each component will be tested, each functionality will be tested, like whether a door is getting opened correctly or not, whether it is getting shut down or not, everything, right? Each and every component, if you test, that will be called functional testing. But when you use the car, for what purpose it is made, like you pull in the persons here, right? 6 person or 8 person seat will be sitting here, some loads will be there, and then we will run the car, we'll put it on trial, right? That you must have heard of that, testing on the road, right? So that is what performance, correct? Performance. So same way it goes for an application also. Let us say that if there is an application, suppose we'll take this is the login. Hope you guys uh, can understand like what this is. Login page of which application, anyone can guess? It's of our Gmail, right? Where we will be putting the email ID, password, and then we will be doing sign in. So when suppose we have to test this, a developer has designed this scenario, this part, this login thing. And then tester have to test. Now that's what in the testing we have two things, right? One is functional and next one is non-functional. So in functional testing, what will be tested, like whether it is taking correct email or not. If incorrect email is given, then whether it is throwing error message or not, right? Many use cases can be there, many different type of test cases can be there, right? So for each field, for the email field, then for password field, then same way, if we are clicking on sign in button, then if sign in is happening correctly or not, right? Like that, many. So component, right? Each thing if you test, that will be a functional testing, right? That will be what functional testing. And the same functional testing is done using two way. One is using manual, right? Manual way, or automation. Correct. You must have heard of Java with Selenium, Selenium with Java, or Selenium with Python. So either we use some tool to do this, or manually we test, right? So these two things are actually ways to do the functional testing of an application. Now for the same thing we test non-functional. So in that we in non-functional we will be talking about performance testing. So where we what we in this performance testing, what we have to do, we do not have to worry about all this functionality whether it is working or not, because here the main focus is that uh, whether it is working or not, that is not the main focus. Main focus is uh, that once the user puts the username, and once it puts the password, and then once it click on sign in button, then in how many seconds, right? How many seconds the login is happening. Okay, so the time is called response time. In how many seconds the login is happening, in how much time, right? That is called response time. Plus how much user, how many user can do this login successfully, okay, within a very good time frame, right? So that is called user load. So this, our focus should be generally on these two, one on the time and the user load. So that will be the part of performance testing, right? Same way we have one more testing, that is security testing. That is totally different field, as I told you. So we'll not be talking about that here, right? So same thing, one more example, like suppose there is an online order booking app is there, right? Application is there. So let us say when you are placing some order, right? So suppose you have to test the flow, that hey, user will be placing an order here. So you see, when a customer places an order online, right, then whether the whether he is getting correct order or not, or whether correct order number or order item is generated or not, this all thing, uh, um, every menu, right? If you're clicking on this button or that, whether it is working fine or not, that is what functionality wise we will be testing, right? But when it comes to performance testing, which is a part of what non-functional testing, right? NFT, non-functional testing. So what we will be testing, that whether every process, right, every process, in how much time it's done, it's getting done, right? And how much user load, how much users, right? That is what user load can do that operation, can which operation, the booking of the order successfully in a good amount of time, right? So that is what performance testing is. So that's what I have written here, right? Functional testing, two ways to do that, manual and automation. The automation tools, right? Functional testing automation tools that are available in market are like Selenium, APM, Cypress, Protector, Tosca, HPFT, right? Out of this, AP Selenium is very famous. APM is also famous for doing the automation testing for mobile apps, right? Mobile apps. Then few more has came in the market, like Cypress, Protector. They have came. Tosca has came. This is so functional testing tool by HPFT. It's very long. It's there in the market from a very long period of time, right? Now non-functional testing, right? Performance and security. So we'll be talking about performance testing. So what are the performance testing tools that are available in market? So they are like LoadRunner, Storm Runner, or it's also called as LoadRunner Cloud. We have Silk Performer, New Load, IBM RPT, VAPT, VSTS, OATS, GetLink, Livecust, K6, JMeter. So this is JMeter. This is what we will be learning. So we'll be learning what? We'll be learning how to do the performance testing using which tool? Using JMeter tool, right? That will be our course. You must have heard of like, or you must have heard of courses like automation, doing automation testing using Selenium. So same here, we have to do performance testing, and performance testing we can only do by using some tool only, right? So which tool will be using? The JMeter. So you got the idea? Using JMeter, we'll be learning about this tool, and we'll be also learning how the performance testing is done using this tool, right? Now, why JMeter, right? So see, out of the so many tools that I have highlighted, there is a very famous tool in the market called LoadRunner. It's a performance testing tool. Okay, it's a very highly featured and very good tool in the market. LoadRunner, in short form, it is also called as LR, correct? LR, but it's a commercial tool. Now you know what is the meaning of commercial. Commercial means paid tool, right? Paid. Now what is meaning of paid? To use this tool to do the performance testing, right, you have to purchase, right? You have to purchase. That is what paid, and it comes very costly. Okay? Even the license or the price comes very costly, right? And it is from Micro Focus. The company which owns LoadRunner, right, is Micro Focus. Now coming to JMeter, the JMeter, that's what we will be learning. It's a purely open source tool. Now will ask me what is the meaning of open source, right? Open source means just now for now you think open source means free. Means you do not have to pay anything to anyone to use this. Plus there is no other open source tool in the market to challenge it. In the market, in the IT world, there is no other open source tool which can challenge this JMeter. Right? You'll ask me, LoadRunner can challenge this, but LoadRunner is a paid tool, right? It's a paid tool, and it's a very good tool compared to JMeter, but it's a paid tool. JMeter is open source tool, and there is no other open source tool, right? No other open source tool in the market which can challenge JMeter. That is the beauty, or that is the popularity of JMeter. That's why we will be learning. Now, you'll ask me what about others? So see, all these tools like LoadRunner, StormRunner, Silk Performer, New Load, IBM RPT, WAPT, VSTS, OATS, right, until GetLink, these all are paid tool only. Okay, GetLink is half paid and half open source, half free, half paid. So we'll consider it paid one. This Livecust and K6, they are free, but their feature is less. First thing, and you have to know programming to use them. Even the GetLink, the Livecust, and the K6, to use them, you have to know programming, coding. Uh, get to use. I have just forgot. It's not coming in mind. But for to use Locust, you have to know Python. Yeah. Then yeah, to use GetLink, you have to know Scala. Scala is a language, a Java language only, a Java extended language. And to use K6, you have to know JavaScript, right? So it's a coding dependency, and hence their popularity is not that much good, and their feature is also not that much very good, and others are paid. So which tool is left now? Our JMeter. So you'll ask me, to use JMeter, do we do not need any language? No, to use JMeter for 80%, right? Let us say 80% users of JMeter do not need any coding, no coding, no language. Fine. Only in 20% of cases you have to know coding, and which coding? Java. So I'll be covering. I have a detailed uh, use cases where coding will be used, right? So this is the course content. Let me take you to from here, right? From day 40 something.
I, yeah,
I'll be
hi
covering.
Vallabh, Vijay here.
Yeah, just a second. Let me finish this. So
I
from day
have a query.
43, if you yeah, just a second. Let me
Yeah,
finish this. So from day 40, if you see JMeter and BeanShell and understanding with respect to Java with real-time use cases, right? So that 20% case where we have to use coding, that also I'll be covering, right? You see so many use cases are there. You can read if you wish. You can pause the video. You can read all the real-time use cases which you will be facing in most of the project is covered here, right? I think 4 to 5 days. 5 days are there, right? So that is what, right? So that is about the JMeter, and hence the JMeter is getting popular. You get the point. Now no one wants in the market, no one wants to you hope you people have heard of cost cutting means now company are looking for alternative, right? Free alternative thing. So as I said, all these tools are paid tools. LoadRunner is very highly featured tool, but it's a paid tool. So company are looking for some open source thing, and hence this JMeter comes in picture, and hence the popularity of JMeter is increasing, job is increasing, right? That is what. Same example I'll give you. See, in functional testing world, right? In automation testing, first HPFT came in the market. Okay. This HPFT was a paid tool, commercial tool, right? But earlier this tool only came in market, and people and the company were using this very widely. But from last 10 or 12 years, Selenium came in market. Selenium is an open source functional testing automation tool, and now it has picked the market. Selenium is like market is full of Selenium requirements, and now HPFT is going. Okay, it's almost very less usage is there. So same here. Okay, same case here, right? JMeter is a open source tool for doing the performance testing, and there is no other open source tool to challenge it. And hence, in IT industry, IT companies are looking for JMeter, and hence the requirement, the job is increasing, and that's why popularity of the JMeter is also increasing, right? Yeah, and just for an information, security testing tools in market are like Metasploit, Burp Suite, SQL Map, SonarQube. These tools comes for security testing. Okay, what was the question?
yeah. Hi Vallabh, Vijay here.
Hmm.
Uh, you told that LoadRunner and JMeter, but still most of the companies are going with LoadRunner still. So is there any more advantages over JMeter in LoadRunner? Though it is a paid tool, right?
Well, that's
Why the
what I have
people are still
already said.
preferring that one than to go for a gym?
Man,
Mm-hmm.
see, that's what you have to understand. It's a highly featured tool. LoadRunner is a highly featured tool.
Okay, so
Okay,
some of the features are not available in JMeter, you mean to say?
many features are not available in JMeter from LoadRunner, but you have to pay.
Oh, okay, okay,
So those company which do
okay,
not want
okay,
to pay, they will go for JMeter. This HPFT still it's more feature. It's having more feature than Selenium. Okay, but HPUT, this HPUFT is also used. It's not like it's not being used. But where the requirement of HPUFT is there, which cannot be satisfied using Selenium, people are using HPUFT. But to use HPUFT, it's a paid tool. They have to purchase. So those who can afford, they will buy. Or those work which cannot be done using Selenium, they will go with HPUFT. Same here. The price is high. Plus
Oh,
those work which cannot be done using JMeter, those people are going and looking for LoadRunner. The big companies like Accenture, okay, very widely company which use LoadRunner. Okay, they are still
Yes,
using LoadRunner.
yes,
Them,
Kolabo. Now, okay, okay. Now the situation is almost every business will go for the JMeter. We supposed to learn the JMeter. That is my
yeah,
opinion.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what
Great.
the example I'm saying. You have
okay.
to
Yeah.
learn both,
Thank you,
but
Vallabh. Yeah.
start with
Yeah.
JMeter if anyone wants to, because now the market, the now JMeter is going to take the market, like how Selenium did. That's what example I'm saying. Earlier HPFT was a tool for doing automation testing, but it was a paid tool. Now its market is almost gone, and Selenium is very famous. Selenium is open source, but it's not like that. SPFT is not being used to do functional testing. It is used, okay, but not by all company. Uh, right, where requirement will be there like that. Same case here.
Okay. Okay. So could you just brief out something like highly featured means what is not there in the JMeter,
That
which is there in the
that you will not
LoadRunner,
get now.
Vallabh?
You will not get the idea now until unless you learn. Hmm? What is there,
Okay.
what is not there, you'll not get any idea now. For that, you have to learn both tool, then you will get the idea.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then going forward, so see any deviation, there are two keywords. There are a few keywords we use in performance testing world. So in functional testing, if there is any deviation from expected requirement or if there is any issue, that is known as defect or bug. In non-functional testing, okay, if any deviation is there, if we find any issue, then we will be using a term called bottlenecks. Fine. So in performance testing, we'll be calling using a term called bottlenecks. In security testing, will be there is a term called vulnerabilities. So these are few keywords that is used in testing world, specific to their field. Correct. Then why performance testing, right? Or need of performance testing, right? They will ask. So obviously, see, it will help us uh, from loss of revenue, loss of customer, loss of productivity, right? It will help us from getting our brand damaged, right? So if you see this guy, right? Now let me go to next slide. So see, suppose there are today world is a world of competitors. Didn't, yeah. So today world is world of competitors. Okay. Now let us say so many e-commerce sites are there. Now Miso has also came. Miso is getting very famous, right? So suppose Amazon.com is there and it's very slow or it's very poor, it's taking very high time to do anything. So will the customer will use it? No, right? Customer will not be happy. He will not come again. He will visit another website. So he'll visit these websites, right? So that's why we do performance testing. If we do performance testing of our application, we will be able to know that where is the problem. When the real customer will start using my application, what problem they will be facing in terms of performance. So to get the idea uh, before the real people start using that, right? uh, to find out what performance problem they can face, we will be doing performance testing from our side, right? The application purpose. What are the symptoms of what are the symptoms that show whether application is behavior is poor, right? So you'll see it's slow to respond, it will stuck while browsing. You'll see errors like internal server error, bad gateway error, gateway timeout error, server is down error, server not found, service temporary unavailable error. Like this kind of symptoms you will see. Okay, so there are some real-time examples. uh, um, Suppose where some losses has occurred because when the people were using due to poor performance of the application, right? So some real-time example I have given. Suppose one example, let us say that Amazon, right, our Amazon server, our Amazon.com. So in 2013, the application server was not working for 30 minutes. Means the application was not working. People were not able to buy anything or they were not able to do anything. So as a result of that, at Amazon lost this many per second. Correct? Like this way how the losses happen. Same way it happened in India also when Flipkart, right? Flipkart, it was the first company which hosted big billion day sale in India, right? Big billion day sale means what? Discounted sale, right? It was the first company to offer discounted sale. So they offered first discounted sale in October 2014, right? And at that time they were selling even a very good product like a good trimmer, a good mobile, Redmi mobile in rupee 1. So you see now what happened on that day, suppose they were expecting that only 10 lakh people will come, but since they were selling a good very good products in rupee 1, right, more than 10 lakh people came and the application could not handle, right? Because of that, you see heading here, uh, there was a loss, right? Customers were unhappy, right? So like that's why before real people use the application, we should get the performance testing done, okay, using tool, so that we should be ready, we should be aware. That's why we do performance testing. Now what is performance testing, right? So it is basically putting user load on an application and testing its behavior generally in terms of response time. That's what I highlighted, right? And, finding the response time and how many number of users supported. That is what user load, correct? And some other factors. In other terms, you see, performance testing is used to test speed, response time, stability, reliability, scalability, and resource usage of the software application under certain workloads or certain user loads. Certain user loads. Right. What are the main objective of performance testing? So there are four main objective of doing the performance testing: speed, stability, scalability, reliability. Okay. So in speed, what we test that how fast the application is, how fast it's responding. In stability, what we will be testing that suppose we are using the application for a very long period, right? Continuously we are using. So whether its performance is getting degraded or whether it is breaking somewhere, or is it stable? That's what we test. Then scalability, right? So in scalability, we will be testing like uh, uh, suppose extra user comes, right? That's what the Flipkart example that I have given. If extra user come, so whether my application performance is getting degraded, or is it able to handle the extra user, correct? And then reliability. So reliability is where we will validate that whether the application is reliable, right, uh, under prolonged period of high user traffic. So what is the meaning of this is, like, suppose many huge number of people are using, so whether the application is serving them correctly or not, right? So that is what uh, uh, right? So that is what this reliability. So these are the four objectives of doing the performance test. Okay, then need a performance testing tool, right? Why we need the performance testing tool, correct? So see, suppose, let us say there is an application, suppose Flipkart or something, or Amazon, right? Anything, suppose Amazon, or you have developed a small e-commerce website, let us say, and you want to get it tested in terms of performance. So there are two way. Either you can do get it done using manual way, or through using a tool. Whenever we get things done using a tool, it is called automation, right? Automation. So using manual way, let us say, suppose you have to test the performance of your application for 1000 users. So what you will do? You will hire 1000 people. You will get them 1000 laptops or personal computers. Then uh, then you will ask them to, hey, there will be coordinator, and he will ask everyone to start browsing the application, start doing something on the application at the same time, right? And in that way, you will be observing like what is happening on the application side, right? Applications, and that way you can find out the performance. But this is not realistic, right? How, let us say, suppose for 1000 you can do manually, but let us say suppose you have to test for 5000 users. So from where you will bring 5000 people? From where you will bring 5000 laptops, PCs? Unrealistic, right? So this is where the tools comes in key picture. Performance testing tools comes in picture. Now you'll ask me what tool do, right? So like how the real user do the activity on the application, in the same way, performance testing tools also, they simulate the real user behavior on the application, like browsing the web page, login, submitting an order, etc. So they can also do. And then generating a desired user load, means desired user load means 100 user or 1000 user or 5000 user or 10,000 user load they can generate, right? So they will be doing the same activity the real user will be doing, plus they can generate user load, a number of user load on the application. So there is no need of bringing the real users, right? And likewise in the real, how the real user do, these tools also send a request, uh, and they receive the response from the servers, correct? And plus in addition to this, right, this tool can calculate the time taken. That is what the, suppose the response is coming, right? So how much time it's taking, that is response time they can calculate, plus other performance matrices they can calculate, right? That is why the tools comes in picture, right? Okay. See, whenever a real user are using a application, They're called real users. Okay. So see, whenever real users are using the application, they are called real users. But when the users are generated by tool, correct? When the users are generated by tool, they are called virtual users. Hmm? They are called virtual users, right? V users or virtual users, correct? V users or virtual users. Fine. Then what performance testing tool do? So just now, as I told, that they simulate the real user behavior in the form of scripting. Then they generate the user load generation, right, in the form of virtual users, and then they get the test statics and results, right? They captures the test statics and results. Now, why we will be learning JMeter? So till now, hope you people have got the idea what is performance testing, right? And then what is JMeter, correct? Now, why we will be learning JMeter? I have almost explained why there is a popularity of JMeter, even though there are some points like it's a purely open source performance testing tool currently in the market, right? It is free to use, no license needed. It's very easy and light to use tool, only 130 MB of file. It just download and use tool. It requires coding only in 20% of cases. That's also I have explained. It can be integrated with many other tools like Jenkins, Maven, InfluxDB, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, etc. Market trend for JMeter tool is increasing. Market demand, right? Market demand. Uh, and that's why job for JMeter trained person is also increasing. Industry, IT industry is also moving towards full stack QA. What is this full stack QA? Like nowadays, after let us say you are there in IT and you have around 7 to 8 years of experience, you should know you should know manual testing, you should do automation testing, and you should do performance testing. You should be able to know, you should know all those three uh, thing of uh, all this all these types of testing. So let us say if there is a manual tester guy, so he must know at later point in his career after 3 years, 4 years, he should do performance. He should learn performance testing to survive. Okay, to survive. Same way, if there is a automation tester guy, so he always anyhow he know the manual testing. He must know performance testing. Reverse can also happen. If you are starting for performance testing, after 6 years, 7 years, you must also learn automation testing. Okay, to survive. So when you know all these things, you are called full stack, right? This is also good for developers to test their code for load and stress testing. They can do. Now, these are the features of JMeter. So JMeter is fully capable of testing the performance testing of HTTP's web application, web services, REST and SOAP APIs, database DB queries. Okay, uh, UI or payload testing using JMeter and Selenium WebDriver, FTP server, file upload and download, SMTP server, email, mobile apps, right? All these things. Now, this is the graph, right? So if you see, these are the tools currently used in the market. New load is there, LoadRunner, right? Gatling, JMeter. So you see JMeter, uh, it's a it's a its usage, or people using this are huge in number. In which country performance testing are done? So mostly in India or in USA, right? Jobs are there, performance testing jobs are there. Which companies are there for doing performance testing? So Cognizant, very widely you company, a very big company in having performance testing projects. Tata, Infosys, Capgemini, Accenture, and many more are there, right? Now coming back, so talking about me, yeah, so talking about me, my name is Vallav Kumar, short form VK. Okay, I'm having experience in around 7+ years of experience in JMeter, LoadRunner, and New Load, Selenium. Right. Currently, I'm working in Bengaluru. I've worked in projects like e-commerce, education, banking, and insurance. Right. I'm article author at Profmetrics. I'm associated with Isha Training Solution for training. Right. I've trained around 1,000+ people on JMeter till now. Right. So the course content, right? So if you see, this is the website for ISA, right? This is the link. The whole course content is kept here, right? You can go through this page. Fine. Okay. Then as I said, I have completed so many batches. So few I'll show you. So if you see this, like this is March batch. You can see this is April batch I have completed. Then if you see June batch here, then July batch, right? Then likewise you see a September batch. So the videos you cannot see, right, because they are hidden for only paid members. Okay, October batch. So likewise, if you see, let me January this year 2021 batch, right? March, then again April 2021, like that, right? See, June 21. So I've taken so many batches. Okay, July, right? So I'm just why I'm showing this is to just to build the trust, right? That uh, Jan batch to T22, right? Then as I said, I am article author at this uh, this this is what Profmetrics website, right? Here, okay. Then here, if you want to know about the feedback, right? About my course, so you can visit this website. You can just search in Google, just search in Google, right? JMeter. What you will be searching? JMeter basic to advanced, basic to advanced, advanced perf metrics, like that. Perf metrics. Simply search in Google JMeter basic to advanced perf metrics, right? Perf metrics spelling is here, and you will get a Google search like this. This is the link, right? You can open this link and visit this page, and you can read feedback about my course. Okay, so I always suggest, before you choose the trainer, you should read the feedback about him, right? Who is the trainer, right? How much classes he has done, what is his previous uh, students, or what his previous people say about his course, right? So you should, people should do R&D, correct? So here you can do R&D. I am keeping everything open, right? There is nothing hidden. Fine. Same way, what are the application that I'll be using? So we will be using this JPET store. Then we will be using one application called Adaptin. Right. Then we'll be using another application called this Nope Commerce for different scenarios to learn in this course. Right. Okay. Now, what will be the benefits of this course? Right. So real-time examples. Then JMeter Pro Plus training certification will be given. Training session will be carried online. Each day recorded video, right, with lifetime access via YouTube will be given. 3 real-time project application which I have just shown you will be shown to you. You can crack or you can show or crack interview up to 2 to 3 years of experience after this course, right? That much beneficial this course will be. Notes, documents, script, report, template, resume, all thing will be provided. You can join any future batch free in case you are unable to complete current batch. Only for full fees paid candidate. So this feature is there. If you cannot finish this batch, you can join any future batch. Okay. Who can enroll? Anyone who wants to learn JMeter from basic to advanced. Anyone who has basic knowledge in JMeter and wants to have in-depth knowledge. Anyone who wants to make performance testing as a career, they can enroll. Right. Now coming to key highlights. So key highlights, right? So this is very huge. If you see, I'll be using 3 real-time project application scripting, right? JMeter will be taught through its best practices for recording, scripting, enhancement, execution, HTML report generation, test suite preparation, and other. JMeter introduction, history, version, download, launching. We'll see core concept of performance testing, HTTP protocol in detail, recording in JMeter, about JMeter directories, properties file folder, plugin manager, plugin installation, uninstallation, right? Performance testing of web application, end-to-end scripting by taking 3 real-time scenarios, correlation, parameterization, regular expression in detail, regular expression extractor with its different attributes, right? Dynamic values extraction in JMeter with real-time use cases, correct? Then test data preparation and use of CSV dataset config, heap size, memory size detailing, how to do test execution and HTML report generation in non-GUI GUI mode, test running, analysis, reporting, different types of performance testing, concurrent user, simultaneous user, use the Little's law, right? We'll be learning Little's law. There is a law in performance testing that is called Little's law to calculate pacing, think time, number of users. Then there are some this like how we can pass argument in a JMeter test in non-GUI mode. Okay. Then we'll be learning about JMeter and distributed testing master and slave, JMeter and FluxDB, Grafana integration for visualization, JMeter and Jenkins integration, right? Then preparing a test suite using 3 ways: execution and HTML report generation. Test suite means what? Running multiple scenarios. That is called test suite. Okay. Then we'll learn about scoping and execution precedency rule. There is a rule in JMeter that is called a scoping and execution precedency rule, right? Then recording through third parties based using curl, HAR, Fiddler, right, and exporting to JMeter. Then we'll learn about JMeter elements and sub elements with plugins. Total around 60 plus element we'll be learning. Correct. Next, so you see, this is what then how to handle Windows authentication or browser pop-up handling, big billion day sale or Black Friday sale or rendover scenario, how to do that. Then this just in beginning I told, right, for the 20% of use cases where Java will be used, and that will be covering error handling in JMeter. Then file upload download, FTP file upload download, web services, DB queries, then using puff1 for server monitoring, then Selenium WebDriver for page load or UI testing, then IP spoofing, network simulation, Then we will be learning JMeter functions, around 40 functions, right? 40 plus functions. Not 40, I think 30. Yeah, 30, 40 out there. 40 plus functions. Then from LoadRunner point also I'll be teaching the JMeter. Then the certification from PlaceMeter, right? We'll be using latest version of JMeter and many more. Correct. So that this is the key highlights of this course. You see, so detailed, 3 PPTs on. Plus, if you want to know in detail, right? Wait. Where it went. Yeah. So if you want to know, this is Grafana dashboard at JMeter and in fact GB Grafana. So if you want to know in detail, right, in day wise, so that whole I cannot read now, correct? If you see from day wise, this is what. So that key highlights I have just told you, but day wise, what topics will be covered in detail, right? So this is kept on both the links which I have just talked about. Either you can visit this Perf Metrics link, basic to advanced link, which I have highlighted, where you will get the feedback, right? Here that device topic is also listed, or on Isha Training Solution link also. Here also you can check this, right? Anyone wherever you like, you can read each day topic. So detail. Unnecessary reading this will be not good for you guys because many will be new, they will not be understanding. But yeah, if you wish, you can go through and have an idea. Next is yeah, so that is all about today, right? Timing will be generally 9:10 p.m. to 10:20 10:25. Okay, Monday to Saturday, any 4 to 5 days. Okay, this will be timing of this course. Okay, fine. So thank you for your patience, right? So that is what day one, or you can say demo one today. I'd like to have your inputs and queries if you have any. Please uh, unmute yourself and go ahead and please ask.
Hi, hi, Vallabh.
Yes.
Vallabh, do you provide then projects also if we get 2 or 3 years experience? So basically, I don't have any. I'm functional tester, so basically, I'm about to learning the JMeter. So I don't have how to write JMeters means performance testing scenarios and test cases, and my background is in banking domain. So how can I show my projects in JMeter as in a performance testing? Can you help me in that?
Yes, man. It will be very easy for you. Do not worry. We will be using this application, right? We will be preparing test case, and we'll be learning about the how to write, how to test. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next, any next query, please?
Hmm. Well, I am Rajesh here.
Hmm.
So I don't have any questions regarding the concept we're covering and everything. It is good for our future. The thing is there any different timings for the course? Like it's the only one timing for the course? Because
Yeah,
already
this
you
is
know
only.
that already you know, right? Like some IPL matches are going in India, so everyone will look into that. So is there any different timings
No,
for
man.
that?
No.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Olap.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Hi, Valla.
Yes.
Yeah, do you have anything for weekend batches?
No, sorry.
Okay.
I'm also a job holder and I take only one batch at a time.
Okay, okay. No issues. Thanks.
Mm, thank you.
Well, certification, once this course is completed, certification also given, right? To come to course type of certification.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it will be given. Any more questions? Any further questions?
Hi Vallabh, this is Deepika.
Yeah, please.
Vallabh, actually companies are preferring freshers or do they only recruit with an experience?
They are looking both, depends on company to company. But
Okay,
um, uh, you are fresher.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. When which year pass out? Recently?
I didn't get you.
Oh, you hope you have recently passed from your college, right?
Actually, I didn't. I have an experience in SAS programming. I don't have any relevant experience in performance testing.
Okay, okay. Okay, you can show whatever you've done, right? You can convert and so 2 to 3 years
Okay,
like
okay, okay, fine. Thank you.
that. Yeah, yeah. Welcome.
Well, to get the job, it's JMeter is only enough, or we need to learn LoadRunner also.
Initially, it's enough, but later on you should learn.
Okay, then it will be easy to crack the jobs on JMeter, only on JMeter.
Yes.
So how much experience they will be asking more, most probably.
See, it depends. That's what I told. Initially, suppose you want to go as fresher or maximum 2 year, 3 year, JMeter is enough. But after that, suppose you want to go on 4 year, 5 year like that, then you should learn LoadRunner also.
So we will be providing LoadRunner also along with this course, or any other timings.
No, man, I do not teach loader.
Well, I have one question.
Mm.
Means how they salary also gave then for a 3 years experience or a 2 years experience guy.
6 lakhs, 7 lakhs like
Okay, as in actually my already my offer is in above that. So if we okay, I will ask you in person. Okay.
that. Okay.
Hi Vallabh, this is
It
Devi
depends on
here.
it can
Uh,
it can go to 8 lakhs also because nowadays they are giving good packages. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, yeah, hi. So currently I'm in support field, application support field. So like I have interest in testing jobs. So is it easy to get jobs in performance testing if
Mm.
I come from a support role?
Yes, yes. You have to
Okay.
just work little bit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Thanks.
At least 6 months you have to work hard.
Okay, so the company will consider like if I attend the interview and I'm in a support background, so they will consider my like after completing this course and if I get into an interview, they will consider, right?
Yeah, they will consider. There is a way. Directly, they will not consider. Just your job, what you have done. You have to convert
Okay.
that in some relevant experience that you have done in performance testing. Okay,
Oh, okay.
that is what you have to learn.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vallabh, you will be providing projects for practice.
yeah. 3 applications are there. Mainly JPEG story will be provided. Plus, many other applications are also there. You guys can practice later on.
And how will be the, if we have any issues, what is the way to contact you
In class only.
in class only? Okay.
Okay, guys. Right. So, anything else?
As of now, no anything. I don't have it.
May I know the fee of this course and fee structure?
That I think that will be given to you in group. They will be pinging you in.
Okay.
Yeah. No. No certificate required. Okay. Plus, there is no such certification also. No, not required, and there is no such certification as
Okay. Well, is there any JMeter certification is there
well. No,
here,
that's a fact.
unlike like in
No,
ISTQB?
no,
No certification is there at all.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. In LoadRunner it is there, right? I believe.
In LoadRunner it's there.
Yeah, in the course, I think
Thank you,
well,
Vallabh.
I've already mentioned this JMeter Intro and Pro certification you will get, right?
That is different. Dedicated certification for JMeter is not there. You will learn in course, Chetan Kumar. What is correlation? You will learn.
Thank you, Vallabh. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Hello, Vallabh. We do performance testing on also on mobile applications.
Yes.
So in our batch it will covers also.
No, that mobile part is not covered.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, fine. Huh?
Okay, Vallabh. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
okay,
you.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good day.